Hi, we are the International MBA Japanese Track Class of 2019 students Chiai Shen, Anzi Yu, and Do-sang Kim. While completing our International Language and Marketplace Immersion program in Japan, we chose a small foreign coffee shop named Mojo Coffee as our field research site. We observed the business models the field site adopted and the strategy they used to specialize their brand in the competitive Japanese coffee market. In this video, we will briefly introduce coffee in Japan, discuss some main rich points and observation points that we found in regards to our research site, and conclude with our insights in their strategy and business model. To start off, it is important to note some basic facts about the coffee industry in Japan. Japan is known as one of the largest coffee importers globally, with around 70,000 establishments nationally. Tokyo, which is the city that houses our field site, has approximately 7,000 establishments in the city itself. Starting the late 19th century, the Japanese started to consume coffee, which eventually led to establishments of the kisaten, the Japanese word for coffee shop. With the popularity of coffee increasing, numerous kisatens were established and provided the Japanese with a place of leisure and quick snacks. With that in mind, we will move on to our field research site, Mojo Coffee. Mojo Coffee is a small chain cafe founded in New Zealand back in 2003. Although a fairly new brand, the coffee chain currently has 35 stores in New Zealand, 1 in the States, 2 in China, and 7 in Japan, of which 3 are located in Tokyo. Mojo Coffee is the typical cafe that we encounter today, serving a variety of coffee, tea, and drinks, as well as consumables such as sandwiches and bakery. As technology, culture, and architecture evolved, the traditional kisaten can no longer be seen as much as it used to a couple years ago. More and more chain cafes are taking over the Japanese coffee market, as well as foreign coffee brands that entered the Japanese market such as Starbucks and Blue Bottle. Traditional kisatens, as can be seen in the images, used to portray a more old-fashioned and warm interior. When compared to the modern chain cafes, they definitely lack the attractiveness and marketing for customers. As mentioned earlier, there are 3 Mojo Coffee branches located in Tokyo. Our main research site was Mojo Coffee Waseda, located right next to the boundary of the Waseda main campus. Our research method mainly focused on participant observation and secondary research, as frequent direct interactions with customers and/or staff of the cafe was difficult due to the Japanese culture of individualism. We totaled an observation number of approximately 25 visits, with each visit ranging from 2 to 4 hours. During our visits, we observed the various customers and staff that visited the cafe. In addition, we made multiple visits to the remaining 2 branches of Mojo Coffee located in Harajuku and Shinjuku to compare them to our main field site.
Now, let's look at the key activities of Mojo Coffee in Tokyo. As an international coffee cafe chain, Mojo Coffee mainly provides coffee and other beverages in-store, accompanied by a limited range of food such as bakery and sandwiches. While the majority of Mojo Coffee's business activities were served in-store, we also noticed a few orders being made as a takeout as well. In addition, Mojo Coffee sells coffee beans and other related products through their websites. Other key activities are stated on the company websites too, including importing coffee and food, making coffee and roasting coffee beans, operation of cafe and restaurants, selling coffee beans, bakery for cake and cookie, and product development. Another important point is that after their cooperation with Uber Eats in 2017, they now provide delivery for their offerings. This characteristic allows them to differentiate themselves from other coffee shops. While delivery services for food is already very popular in Japan, Mojo Coffee is most likely the first Western coffee chain in Tokyo to offer this service. The value proposition that Mojo Coffee focuses on is the coffee specialty. They provide a variety of coffee bean selection and brewing options. For example, the coffee beans offered are from Guatemala and Ethiopia for steam filter style coffee, and multiple other bean options for cold brew, espresso, and other kinds of coffee. In addition, the coffee and food they offered are made in-house at each store, from coffee made from raw beans to decaffeinated drinks and juices. Mojo Coffee also offers alcohol such as beer, wine, and whiskey. This is a unique feature for a coffee shop in Japan, as other coffee shops or cafes usually do not provide alcohol. Their high-end espresso machine and tools used in the store emphasize their determination and integrity to provide services and products true to their specialties. The same tools are used in the branches located in New Zealand. Another unique point that Mojo offers and values is their pet-friendly policy. Time to time, we see customers bring their pets with them while they enjoy their coffee and food in store. In Japan, pet-friendly cafes are not common as pets might make other customers uncomfortable. However, interestingly, there are special pet cafes such as cat cafes or owl cafes, where customers can enjoy food and drinks while being accompanied with store-owned pets. Different from these establishments, Mojo Coffee is unique for having a pet-friendly policy, which helps them stand out from their competitors. Based on our observations, the three branches of the Mojo Coffee do not share the same customer groups. Our focus site near the Waseda campus has a wide group of customers, from university students to middle and old-age neighborhood residents. There are a mix of genders as we observed similar numbers of male and female customers. On the contrary, the other branches serve a large amount of customers from various areas, as the sites are located near popular tourist attractions and locally popular shopping centers. In addition, we noticed that customers do not live near in this very area. Finally, we noticed that most of the customers were Japanese, with limited foreign customers.
The first rich point is how Mojo positioned themselves. Kiwi style is one of their selling points that Mojo promoted for their coffee shop, as they provide a lot of information about how they process their coffee bean and make delicious coffee. The Kiwi style is the way for Mojo to tie back to their roots in New Zealand, and that shows how much value Mojo Coffee places on their products. The promotion we mentioned are in both Japan and New Zealand operations. And for their social media, they use a lot of this term to emphasize their tie back to New Zealand. The overall review on Mojo are good compared to other coffee shops. However, we did not see any review about the Kiwi style from the customer, which they are focused on their promotion. And how Mojo fit into the Japanese culture are by targeting the difference from Japanese coffee shop. We view this as a trend in Japan in which Japanese people are willing to accept new and unfamiliar experience. This can be linked to the acceptance of Western culture during the early years of Japan. Compared to other Japanese coffee chain, Mojo have a more Western interior as its interior is very modernized, clean, and sensational. Most domestic coffee shops have older chair, couch, and table. They are still clean but show signs of usage and age. And while comparing to other foreign coffee establishments in Japan, Starbucks is one of the largest Western coffee retail brands that has a great influence and presence in Japan. However, the operation for Mojo in Japan is quite different, as their focus are more like a boutique specialized shop compared to a mass market retail coffee chain. Another puzzling fact that all three branches in Tokyo were quite difficult to locate. There were not any fancy signs displayed to catch attention or direction for the customer, and all the buildings are hiding in the alley away from the main street. We were curious to what the reason was behind locating the branch in such an unpopularized, non-visible locations. Perhaps it was due to space, rent, or their operation strategic demand as a boutique shop. While there are similarities between the three shops, the store atmosphere are quite different because of the building location and interior arrangement. We feel that their focus and strategic operate as a boutique shop to make each store different. Although this New Zealand originated coffee chain has high reviews from customers, it tend to minimize its marketing promotion apart from operating account on social media. There's not a lot of marketing campaign activity were found in Tokyo according to our research. And all three Mojo coffee establishments have an open kitchen which combines all the stations registered together. As they do not cook dishes, there was no need for extra kitchen space for cooked meal. And for us, we think this is the reason why that align to their strategic operation as a boutique shop. They want to keep it small and keep the shop tiny for being different from others. In our opinion, we believe that the business model for Mojo may be successful in other countries as well, since they already expand to China, Japan, and US, and we believe they already have the knowledge and operation efficiency to expand further globally. Without altering much to fit into the local culture, they could apply similar operational methods from New Zealand to expand into countries where Western culture are widely accepted or even admired, as well as utilize operational methods from China or Japan to expand into other Asia countries. For the key implementation for the business, we observe that Mojo also offer alcohol on their menu, and also they are the first coffee shop that provide delivery service, which we believe is a good strategic implementation to differentiate themselves. In short, we believe that Japan's Mojo Coffee is trying to extend beyond the Kiwi style to survive and compete in Japan. For the further research within the scope, we would like to see the operation behind the scene, which is their supply chain, their key resource, and their revenue streams and cost structures. Outside of scope, we would like to see the operation in different countries such as US, China, and New Zealand. And finally, this is our works cited that we used for our research. Thank you.